Hey everybody, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about 12 stocks that have been selling off like pretty crazy. These are companies that you've probably heard of. These are solid companies that I think if you look into, if you invest into it, I think you're going to make some good money. Okay, this is not any kind of financial advice. That these are stocks that I simply have been following for the last year, and right now, in my opinion, is a great time to get into it, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, so I'm going to be using mostly FinViz. Okay, usually I know if you've been following my channel, I normally use Yahoo Finance to take a look at the financials, Bollinger Bands, and all that. But instead of doing such, like more of an in-depth dive into some of the fundamentals, I'm really just going to do a super quick overview just because there's so many stocks that I'm talking about. And, right now really is a great opportunity to buy because I do think there's a lot of potential for each of these companies that have strong fundamentals and just as a strong company to invest in. Okay, so then before I begin, what I do want to say is one thing I've realized is everyone has a different just a different plan, different strategy based off of what just your own financial situation. And so, but generally speaking, what I would say is if you're looking into retiring, if you're looking into kind of just sort of maintaining your money, you tend to want to get into buying shares or selling puts. Okay, so you basically get a discount on owning shares, but you would also have to have a lot of collateral for that. If you're trying to grow a small portfolio and if you have a higher risk tolerance, you can consider selling put credit spreads. Okay, and then those two strategies are really the ones I would really focus on during this time because I do think there's going to be quite a bit of volatility. So I think, just in my opinion, owning shares or doing something that is slightly less risky, like selling put credit spreads, would be a good option to go. Okay, so without further ado, here are the 12 stocks to take a look at, and that for myself, I'm definitely investing in as well. Okay, so the first stock ticker is DIS. Okay, Walt Disney. So as you can see, Walt Disney actually dipped in November. Okay, so and it kept going down all the way to December, and ever since then, it's been trading pretty relatively flat. It's been going up a little bit. Kevin O'Leary has been buying Disney stock. Disney stock has such a large moat because there's no other company like Disney. And so right now, even though it's trading at a pretty high PE ratio, this is just one company that is not going to go anywhere, and especially with whenever there's a full recovery from this whole pandemic, we're going to see Disney shoot back up. Okay, as you can see, Disney reached an all-time high at $197, and right now it's trading at, in my opinion, a discount at $156. Okay, so taking a quick look just at the FinViz. Okay, we're gonna take a look at just a really quick overview. Right now, it is setting at RSI at 55, so it's pretty even. Like it's not too overbought. So right now I think is a great time to get into if you want to own Disney. And their P ratio is at 141, forward PE of 27.93, and that's it. We're just gonna take a look at that, and then we're gonna move on to the next stock. So the next stock ticker is CRM. Okay, Salesforce. So Salesforce is an American cloud-based software company many of you have heard of. It's also another growth stock, so it is sitting at a P/E ratio of 126.65. So right now it is down quite a bit ever since November. Again, it reached its all-time high of I think like $307, and now it's all the way down to $229. It kept dropping all the way through the end of the year, and then at the end of the year, it dropped once again. And so Salesforce is one of those companies that just has such a high subscription, revenue that this company is definitely one that is going to be continuing to grow and continuing to just grow quite a bit. and that's why I think the stock is a buy today. If you take a look at the FinViz, we're going to take a look at how just some of the basic overviews. Just take a quick look. So RSI is at 27.97. That is definitely oversold. So people are selling this like crazy. And yes, people are worried that, about some of the federal government tapering, all that. But I think it's super oversold. So if you're bullish on Salesforce, which I am, I do think this is a really, really good time to buy into it. Okay, so that's Salesforce. Okay, so the next stock ticker is ADBE. Okay, so Adobe. Okay, Adobe is another company that has a large moat in it's a software company that many of you have heard of. It has a slightly lower P ratio of 52.45. So as you can see, the stock was trading at $657 all the way $688 in November, and then it dropped down towards the end of the year. And again, same as the other two stocks, it dropped down again the beginning of this year, and right now it's trading down at $525. So in my opinion, Adobe is another great stock to hold in your portfolio. Just taking a quick look at FinViz. Okay, so as you can see, RSI at 33.77, so definitely oversold. Again, P ratio 52.48. That's pretty reasonable for this stock, especially because of all the revenue that they make. And if you take a look at some of the financials, you'll know why Adobe is a great company to own. Okay, so that is Adobe. The next stock ticker is, we're just flying through these. Baba. Okay, so Alibaba is down quite ever since really 2020. Okay, so it reached a high of $309, and it just kept going down and down and down and down, all the way to now it's at $128. Okay, so sitting at a really low PE ratio of 18.11. A lot of catalysts around China and Beijing cracking down, but Alibaba is still a great company, I think, especially to have. And if things ever get improved with the sort of relations and what Beijing is doing right now, I do think this is a company that you definitely want to own and can recover past the original highs. Okay, so right now 18.1 is a steal for the stock. Let's take a quick look at finviz.com to see what's going on with Alibaba. So as you can see, RSI is actually at 53.05, so pretty even, not oversold, not overbought. The forward P ratio is 2.11. So again, this is another great company that you definitely want to take a look at. Okay, so the next stock ticker is INTC, Intel Corporation. So as you can see, Intel Corporation has been down ever since April of 2021. It has started to recover a little bit, as you can see, towards the end of the year, and started going back to $55. But right now, it's still sitting at a really low P ratio of 10.72. Intel is a company that you have heard of, that has developed and manufactured computers, chips, all that. They do pay a dividend rate of 2.52%. Let's take a quick look at the finviz.com as well. So INTC, Intel Corporation. Okay, so as you can see, RSI is it is more overbought, so at 69.64. The reason why is because a lot of people will probably have been getting back into it, and which I don't blame them. Right now for Intel to be selling at 10.72, that is a great time to buy. And if I would certainly get more exposure into it if I was in your position as well. Okay, so taking a quick look at the next stock ticker. Let's see. Okay, so we've taken a look at Intel. So next stock ticker is PYPL, PayPal. Okay, so PayPal Holdings, as you can see, PayPal Holdings reached an all-time high around I think July. We're gonna hit $308. Ever since then, it's continue to go down as well, and all the way down it's down at $182. Okay, so PayPal is definitely a company that you want to have in your portfolio because it is a solid company that works with transactions and payment systems. Is sitting at a pretty low P ratio for this company at 44.06. For this kind of company for PayPal to be so low is something that you definitely want to pay attention to. Taking a quick look at finviz.com. So right now, sitting at a P ratio of 44. It is slightly oversold at 40, so that's a great RSI. And so I do think PayPal is another company that you definitely want to take a look at. Next stock ticker, we're flying through these. ATVI, so Activision Blizzard. If you've ever played any kind of games, or if you just know of someone who plays, some kind of game like World of Warcraft, you would have heard of ATVI. Activision Blizzard is selling at a P ratio at 18.69. That is really, really low for Activision Blizzard. Okay, so let's take a quick look at FinViz. So ATVI. So right now the P ratio is at 44.31, so it is oversold. And this is a company that you also want to take a look at. Next stock ticker is RBLX. It's a company that Nancy Pelosi has added quite a large position to her portfolio. Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House of Representatives. As you can see, year to date, it reaches high in November. Again, $134. It popped down all the way to $85. Okay, it is another American video game developer in San Mateo, California. I don't know as much about this company, honestly, but it's one that I'm paying attention to now. Okay, next stock ticker is SE. Okay, so C Limited. So C Limited is another company that has a great pipeline of products. It's almost like the Amazon in the East, and so it's founded by Forrest Lee. It reached an all-time high of $366, almost $367, and right now it's trading at $187. Let's take a quick look at FinViz. So C Limited is okay. Oh my goodness, the RSI is 28.69, so it is definitely very, very oversold, and that's why I think it's a great time to buy. This is one of the companies I definitely want to add to my portfolio very, very soon, and so I would very much be looking at C Limited. Okay, next stock ticker is SQ. So Block, formerly known as Square. Square has been down from its all-time highs of around $266 all the way down to $144. Okay, they do have a pretty high P ratio of 151 because this is definitely considered a growth stock. So I'm just taking a look at that. I'm not trading Square right now. I sold out my position a few months ago, but this is one that I would continue to follow. Okay, next stock ticker is Google. Okay, Google is up, this past year, but in the last couple of days, it's actually popped down a little bit. So right now, Google's trading at 26.69. That is crazy for Google, right? If you take a look at their charts, as you can see, sitting at a pretty low RSI of 37, so it is oversold. And for a company like this caliber to be selling like that crazy, I think it's something that you definitely want to take a look at and consider adding to your portfolio. The last one, I didn't really talk about this, but as all of us have known, is one company that I don't need to talk about, and because if you've invested into this, then you would already have known how it's going, and it is just Tesla. Okay, so Tesla is a company that's sitting at a P ratio of $343, but there's just so much in the pipeline for Tesla that blew away expectations in the last quarter. And so this is one company that I will always continue to follow and see if there's some kind of good entry point into it to add more to my portfolio. Okay, I know there's a lot of stocks, but I do think I'm confident in each and every one of these companies. I do think they have a very, very much potential to do very well. Take a look for yourself and let me know in the comments below if there's one of these stocks that you would consider investing in. I would always love to exchange ideas. And if you like this content, just make sure you smash this like button for the YouTube algorithm. I would really, really appreciate it. It will help get this channel out. And comment below if you have any questions. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, I will see you around in the next video.